Prophetic nutrition, a look at the importance of eating in company. Wa alaikum salam. As mentioned before, in prophetic medicine, a large portion is dedicated to the etiquettes of eating. And in modern day science, the etiquettes of eating is overlooked and no significant benefits is attached to it. However, history has proven that whatever the Prophet ﷺ spoke about 1400 years ago has tremendous medical, psychological, emotional benefit to the human being. And as time progresses, we find scientists are continuously validating those words as true. So without a doubt, it will be no wonder to see in the near future that nutritional medicine focuses on the advices pertaining to eating in company. In a famous narration by the Prophet, peace be upon him, he has been reported to have said, "Do not eat alone." He discouraged eating alone. He said that one who eats alone eats with shaitan, meaning eats with Satan. One who eats with another person eats with a tyrant, but those who eat in a group of three eats with the prophets. So in other words, the Prophet is recommending us to eat in company, and we should avoid eating alone. In another narration, the Prophet also said that the food that's enough for one is enough for two. The food that's enough for two is enough for three, and so on. Trying to encourage us to share what we have. Trying to show us that by sitting together as a family, as friends, there's more benefits to that than the eye can see. And we know in preparing for the fast, or even during the fast, we know that for most of us living in the modern day rat race, whereby we go to work 9 to 5 and life is so busy, we never find time to eat with our family and loved ones. So often you'll find a father coming home, the kids ate already, he will warm up his food and eat alone, and there's a loss of the social connection. However, when eating in company, those social connection, those bonds are built up. So we find that in previous years, in the houses of our grandparents or even our parents, the meeting around the supper table or the lunch table, breakfast table was very important. Everybody had to be present. But if we look at all the psychological and emotional benefits that attach to it, we can see that by sitting in company, the father recognizes that some of the children might be having some problems that can be seen on their faces or the way they addressing themselves, and these issues can be picked up. However, if we do not meet on a regular basis as a family, as friends, these small issues build up over time and it can lead to major problems. For instance, problems that children have in school, problems that people experience on different levels. So in the connection of eating, in the social gathering of eating, there's tremendous benefits for all of us. So we should definitely revert back to our upbringing, our ways that were well enforced in Islamic tradition, that to eat in a gathering is very important. And a lot of emphasis is attached to sharing your meal, because by sharing you avoid greediness, you avoid excess. Most of us, we consume more than we need. And by sharing, we actually realize that a small bit of food is needed for us to carry on through the day. And generally, we don't have to consume large amounts of food, but by eating alone every day, one would never get this reminder. So we know that during the fast, when we sit in the gathering, the strength, the family bond is enforced, the connection with our friends is enforced, and this all have an effect on our emotions. And we know that emotional well-being is connected to our GIT. When we're upset, it leads to stomach cramps, it leads to the feeling of butterflies in the stomach, etc. When we are feeling good, eating what is good, in good company, we optimize our well-being. And this is but another resource that we are taught by the Prophet of Islam, peace be upon him, and another self-help tool in our day-to-day living that will have a profound effect as practiced in Tibb Nabawi or prophetic medicine, which is essentially preventative medicine, meaning small changes made to our diets, to our etiquettes every day have an accumulative effect to our overall well-being. Wa alaikum salam.
Yo,
Muslim.
Water.